Yeah, dude. So when I was younger, I grew up kind of chubby. I was always, a kid that was taught poor eating habits, eating bowls of cereal and things like that at midnight. And then I got made fun of a little bit when I was younger. So I was like, screw this, man. I'm going to start running. I got into running and track, and then I became really skinny. And then had a couple years of being skinny, failing, trying to gain weight. And then I was like, I'm going to gain weight. I'm going to do this. So I started looking up a whole bunch of YouTube videos of how to bulk, how to gain weight, figured out how many calories technically I was supposed to be eating. And then I started eating like 4,000 calories a day on a plant-based diet, just chugging fruit smoothies and, the whole shebang, eating peanut butter out of the jar. And, I was looking at the scale and my goal was to gain weight. I said I wanted to be like 215 with a six pack. And the issue was I achieved my goal of becoming 215, but I had a keg and no six pack. So I realized that I was at like 30% body fat, something I was never tracking. I just had a normal scale and I was just paying attention to my weight and, how I was lifting in the gym. So I was getting stronger. But, I realized I wasn't achieving that goal and that I just went way in the other direction of getting fat instead of gaining muscle, which was my real thing. And that's when I looked you up and kind of joined the Body HD family.
And what made you join the Body HD fitness team?
Yeah, so I remember there was some type of like plant-based bundle that went out, and I was looking through all of the people, all of the vegans and, all of the influencers, and out of everybody, you were the one that had the body that I was going for. I was looking at your resume, your background, the fact that you won all these championships and bodybuilding competitions. And, you don't see that a lot as a vegan. You see a lot of these guys that are a little smaller. They seem, I don't know, not in an offending way, but a little more feminine, and then I was looking at your background, like coming out of the military, coming out of all these bodybuilding shows that you were winning versus carnivores. And I was like, dude, if this guy can win bodybuilding championships or competitions versus carnivores, like that's who I want to learn from. I really want to be a guy, when they look at me, they say, what do you eat? And I surprise them by saying tofu. That was kind of the legacy that I wanted to leave behind. That's why I chose you.
Oh, that's awesome to hear, man. And with that said, what was some of the results?
Yeah, so I had some crazy results. In 4 months, I lost over 40 pounds. Which was crazy. In the first month alone, I think I lost 25 pounds under your diet and meal plan and workout plan. And you put me through some things, that I would have never even thought of was possible. At the time I was eating 4,000 calories and, you cut that into a third and I thought I was going to die, that first day. But the first week I got through it, I just remained bullheaded and kept doing it all. And it was, like I said, in 3 weeks after that, I was 20 pounds down, and I didn't even know it was possible to lose 20 pounds. I've seen wrestlers do it, but they weren't doing it in a healthy way. I was eating whole foods every single day. I was still eating, I was actually sufficiently full after the second month of eating like that. So yeah, I lost 40 pounds. I think my body fat percentage went from 30% to now I'm at 12% in 4 months, starting the bulking phase with you. So I'm excited for that.
No, that's great. And what was some of the things that you learned?
Yeah, so the biggest things that I learned is you don't need as many calories as you think you do, especially as you look up some bodybuilder eating 6,000 calories. You don't need 6,000 calories unless you're a pro bodybuilder. Learned a lot about macros, a lot about whole foods. And one, I think body fat percentage is key and why your knowledge is so useful, because I feel like that's such a difficult tool to measure if you're just the average Joe, where you don't know why you're gaining body fat, or you gain a little bit of weight and then you gain fat, or I think your information is so specific and you tailor your advice specifically to each person. Whereas, my body type, my background, that I'm a server and I'm on my feet all day. I had leg pain when I came to you. I literally couldn't squat because I was a skier and tore my MCL. And now I squat without anything. And I was like, dude, this is magic. But it was because in my actual workout plans, you specifically didn't just give me like a template. You were like, hey, we're going to do leg day and this is meant for your MCL. Let's heal that so we can get you lifting again. And, you know, now I have no leg pain either, which is awesome, dude. So I thank you for that.
No doubt. And if someone was on the fence and watching this video right now and thinking about joining Body HD, what would you tell them?
You know, at the end of the day, you're just going to sit there and struggle with your same problem that you've had for a year, 2 years, 5 years, whatever it is. You know, like, I can't convince anyone to do something that they don't want to do. But if you've been in pain, if you're insecure, bro, just put the credit card down and do it. I mean, you know, it's tough for me. Like, paying the amount of money it takes to get a professional coach like you is a big deal. And that's a big financial decision. But at the end of the day, like, your whole life is going to be different. You know, when you're 8 months in and you look completely different, now you're going to be more energized with your family. You're going to be making more money at work. You know, like, it affects your entire lifestyle and who you are as a person. So, I mean, that's the only advice I could give, is just take the risk, you know, and you'll get the results. It's not like you're going to go for 4 months and not do anything unless you don't do anything, which I think is key. You know, you really have to want to change, because Corin's not going to be able to just work out for you. You got to lift the weight. But if you just do everything he says, you know, you'll get the results for sure. Thanks for sticking with me for this journey to teach me how to bulk and teach me how to be lean. Special thanks to my girlfriend as well, Jenny Villa. She's put up with my grumpy 4 months of cutting and tiredness and everything else. So I really appreciate her as well. So yeah.
That's good, man. Well, hey, Matthew, I just want to let you know, I'm glad that you like the results, and let's start with this reverse dieting, start building some real lean mass and focusing on that so you can have some sustainable results. But with that said, thank you for sharing your testimonial to the world. All right.
Thank you, man.
All right, peace.